Hello, my good people. Good day. We are here again in Fakon Empire Talk Show. Today, I have a very big personality here, Chief IDUSERI OKORO. Father, you are welcome to my show.
Thank you. Thank you for having
God
me.
most, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Bless you.
And Big Daddy, please, I will also want you to introduce yourself to my viewers, home and away.
Uh, my name is Chief OKORO IDUSERI. I'm from Benin. I've been living in the Western world for about 40 years. So, yes. Yes, you invited me. I've wanted to come before now because of so much to do. I've not been able, so I'm happy I'm here today. Uh, like I said, people in the social media know very much who I am. So people call me Prince OKORO, which is my media name. Some people call me the General. So I'm one of the most known chiefs around the world. So that in most places I don't even need to introduce myself. People know who I am. So thank you for having me today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you very much for
yes,
coming.
yes.
Yes, sir. I'll be looking forward to having my show, and today is a great day. So it's possible. It has been, come to reality, to light that you are in my show today. Yes, sir. There are things that really, interest me about you because you don't really see yourself among the aging people. Like you see yourself more like around the youth. So, how do you control this?
It is quite easy. Uh, I don't go out much.
Okay.
There's no lot of people in London here that even know I live here. So I hardly go to parties. I stay very much to myself and family. I like to be behind the scene.
Right.
So, and maybe I feel very young within myself because I've been off and on in the gym for over 30 years. I still have gym in my house, so I try to look very young, and maybe that make me to be mingling with a lot of young people.
Wow,
So,
that's so sweet.
so that's it. So some of the older guys want to look very old. I don't want to look very old. So that's one of the secret there.
It's all about the way you feel,
The way I feel, yes.
what you have upstairs.
Well, if you look at today, they said for you to, the highest you go when it comes to education is to go to uni. I've been to uni. So like I say, I'm a chief. I have the best of both worlds. So
Wow.
among the traditionalists and the modern life. So,
Wow.
thank you.
That is very, very interesting, you
Yes.
know. And that takes me to, your university. How do you pronounce it? Is it Göteborgs University? Where is it situated?
Gothenburg, that is in Sweden. I came during our days whereby education was very expensive then.
Right.
And in the Scandinavia, it was free
Okay.
as long as you can look after yourself. So I ended up in Sweden where I studied. And because there is no so many of our people, I mean the colored people there. So I came back, or I relocated to the UK in the 1990s. So I've been here now for about 25 years as well. So that's it.
Oh, wow. Now, wow. Now, wow. I can see you don't try. You don't try well, because, having all this thing, uh, chief,
Yes.
and among the youth, you're the general, and the most popular chief in the social media
Yes.
in this land worldwide.
Yes.
So I know myself, and I really respect that.
Thank you.
But being a public person, I know say they say it's not easy to control, because how you take the guide yourself?
I guide myself because the most of the people when they are around me are good people. When you have good people around you, life is very sweet. Uh, the prayer I have every day is for God and our ancestors to give me good people. Because when you get good people around you, life is so nice, and you float easily. It's when you have bad people, then you are regretting every minute, and then you cannot move forward. So I think most of the people around me are really, really good to me.
Wow.
So that's it.
Maybe because you are good to them as well.
Well, I'm a team player.
Yes. Sorry, sir. Because I know say you they do giveaway, like a charity, being a philanthropist. I know it's not easy, because they say you must be a billionaire, trillionaire, rich well before you can carry people along. So I don't know how you see that area. Must you really be a billionaire, trillionaire? I know you're a wedding man, but not be that one I dey ask. How you team manage am?
Well, what you understand for my life, the giving is what is important. It's not how much you give, but when you get mind, say you give person wey never eat since morning, you give am food to eat now. That person go value you, say you go buy motor for am. So the little thing make a big difference. People around me, I have my family support me, that we do a lot of charity work, especially in Nigeria. So every year we go to orphanage and all these things, buy books and food and all the rest. One of my sons in the US, he helps a lot to make sure that we get this thing done.
Wow.
So, yes, you don't have to be very rich to be able to reach out to people. That is my belief.
So we see. Yes, you don't need to get too much. For you, before you the gift to people.
Yes.
I learned that from you.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, that's a very good area, and I well understand that. The other area now, when I would like make I still ask you. You see, like we, the young generation, I'll call myself one of them, and we just still dey born for here now. How we go fit take manage this our tradition and culture, even our language, to fit take dey speak am like Edo, Domo, Sa, Man, or here, we go take bring am into our system, our life here, make our children know where they come from. They feel they speak the language, even though not be well.
That the thing of the mind, it is up to individuals. If waiting you teach your children, now then they know. Like when we did school, they tell us say 1 + 1 are 2. So today we believe say 1 + 1 are 2. It's difficult for somebody to come tell you say 1 + 1 will be 2. So if you teach your children when they are small, they learn. My children, most of them are from white women.
Okay.
And whenever we go to Nigeria, they speak Benin.
That one suits me.
It might not be very good, but they speak Benin.
It's the language.
My little boy here, when I pray to the ancestors, he knows that I have to put it down. He tells me that one have gone to Nigeria because he learned that.
Yeah, that one has
And
gone to
someday,
Nigeria.
when I'm no more and join the ancestors, he will also do it.
Of course.
Because he know now that this is when you can do it. If you tell him not to do it, he will say, no, no, no. It's when you don't have father. Then you can do it.
Because
So you teach them.
you already teach him.
Yes, you teach them. If you don't teach them, nobody is going to do it for you.
Don't be lie.
So that is my belief, and that is what I do.
Okay. So that your belief, how did you learn it? Or where?
My family, my father, per se, was a traditionalist. He taught us from childhood, and we pass it to our children. And I believe the father also taught him. So that is where it is coming from.
Okay.
That it passed from generation to generation. So that's it.
Wesi no wine, wesi kakabo.
Wato.
Even you know way.
Okay.
You know, like we, the sons and daughters of Edo,
Yes.
especially the Benin speaking people,
Yes.
way they inside. We have some, great history when it comes to Benin. Because Edo Bologbe,
Kakabo.
so that is why they say Edo Bolo.
Yes.
So there are some stories where we hear when we small. So whether they take and bamboozle also, whether they just take and give us cool, relaxing evening, I don't know. But they are historical. But it bothers me, say, I don't really know whether all these things now, thing when it happen, or how it happen, or we don't have made the story, don't frame them up.
Because of the kind person when I be, I'm the kind of person believe in science.
Okay.
I like to believe in what I see is the truth. It's like today, you find children watching cartoon, they will see a rabbit driving a plane. They believe it. You cannot convince them that that rabbit is not driving a plane because that is what they are saying.
Of course.
Some of this story today, when I sit back, I see some of them were not true.
Well done, sir. Thank you. I like that anyway.
Yes. So at that time, they tell us, even, say for instance now, we were told when we were young that this car used to be very low, that it was a pregnant woman who cut a part of it, cook it, and could not finish it, and throw it away. This car can't run, go up. And we believe this thing.
Tell me not be lying.
We believe this thing. But today we know that there is no sky, it's atmosphere. It's endless.
Endless.
There's nothing up there.
That's what the science says.
That's what the science says. But then we believe it. Even maybe my mother is 101 years old now.
Yeah.
If you still ask her today, she will still tell you that story of the sky. Because she still believes it. But is it true? No, it's not.
I think they baffle me.
There are so many of them like that.
Yes, sir. Because I make all the wonder. They say if somebody died for Nigeria, for Benin, Now who got on, now the person they follow, they go heaven.
No. There's nothing like that.
Eh, man, I'm aware. I'm not going to Brazil. Who got on your you know, all those things. Me not really know. And who got on come a village where we say, in this world, beneath somewhere. And this Okenalu a day in existence is still dead till now. This question, I say, don't take away my mind. I say, if chief come today,
Yes.
I go ask.
My brother, nothing like that. Nothing do like that. Now just story when people they tell. Those days when you see dead body, you get scared. Today, children can even walk past a dead person now. It is not frightening anymore. They put so much fear into people. Like this one you say now, what they were trying to tell us those days when the Europeans came and all the rest, they passed through there when they were living. They believed that the white man was a spirit. And that is the way they pass when they leave, when they disappear. They now attributed that to when people are dead. They also go through that same process. And there is nothing like that.
Interesting, yeah.
Nothing.
I believe you, or not that I believe you, but I hear you. You still get one funny one. They say you get one man for where do they call this place? So anyway, they say if the man the sharp cutlass on top of stone, the water will take the sharp cutlass and go, they end up for Benin. So I can't say all the way from that village, you pass what do they call this village? They forget. You pass Ekeadolo, you pass Oluko, the water will come past Benin, come go reach central of Benin, where this man take the sharp cutlass. I say, which kind of man be that? And they call him Egbanomobe, Loriwu, and I will be the village. ITB, anything you know about that story? Because you get what I'll see ask you again.
No, not really, but I can tell you, like I said, with my exposure, after being in this Western world for 40 years, to still believe those kind of stories. There are some of them that there is some element of truth in them, but they exaggerate them.
For real.
And they try, like in a time where Otunaye, I don't know raw. So if you don't belong to a certain group, you don't know what happened there. So they use it to frighten you, to think that it is a big deal. There is nothing like that.
The thing they make me laugh because these things are so interesting that you will listen to the story all night long till about 12 o'clock before you go sleep.
Yes.
Because when we are little, it's different from today. You know, you see children, hey, bedtime. Oh, no bedtime. Now when you take sleep, maybe bedtime. So we listen to all these stories, and they are very interesting. So in my age today, I just want to use this opportunity to start bringing some of these things down. And my viewers, you know, the youth, the baba them, the mama them, if this story come across you, if there's any light you need to put in, please don't forget to contact Fakon Empire Talkshow. Fakon Empire Entertainment on a YouTube, on a Facebook page, on a YouTube, Fakon Empire TV, and you have our number, and leave a comment. If you're interested, you want to throw any light, please do. We'll be very happy to bring you to the show so that you put more light. Thank you for that, and thank you for subscribing and sharing. Please don't forget to click the notification button. You know I love you all. Always do. Yes, sir. We're back. Um, so because I cannot live without seeing those areas that really funny to me and that really where it really make my head big. They say if this man sit down, the beer the rub for ground. They say here where any down ya fair omo troublemakers, big flies they inside the beer. Eh? The same man where the chap cutlass. I can't wonder say I don't say that story, but let's reflect on it,
Like I said before, I said in some of these things there's element of truth in it. We were not there, so we cannot say for 100%. But I can tell you from experience, it's like you have your baby, so if you tie anything to it, it can get to ground. It doesn't mean that is the baby. So how that man take the do am when the baby they reach ground? So we cannot tell.
Psychological thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but for me, I would say, with 21st century, it is possible to tangle it and even the wig they have today.
Yeah.
So you can make it and it got to the ground if you want to. It's your money that will do it for you.
Okay.
But say naturally, I very much doubt that.
In a way,
Yes.
because these stories, the way they take switch, why they talk and have you say, I feel they tell them to the young generation today, where they understand Benin. I feel come out and they say, a party tagbe, in the sense that how would you just say where a mother of a warrior, the time Okowaya lie, been just bust out like this. Then the pandeyam we deal with the woman. On our move you talk, or then our block, road just block. On top of pandeyam.
You see, like in Benin, you hear of Arwan.
Yes.
Arwan was a very strong man. I mean, physically strong. When we were young, we used to hear a story that he would just go to a palm tree and uplift, take it from the ground and start using it to sweep.
Mm.
There's no such human being in the world, and they have never been. Okay? If you look at it logically, it depends on how big the palm tree.
Okay.
If it is of 1 foot, 1 meter,
the palm tree.
2 meters,
Still a
it's
palm tree.
still possible. But when you talk of an average palm tree, they have never been a human being who can uproot it and use it to sweep. What they were trying to tell us in those stories is that this man was great. He was very strong. Not necessarily that he was removing palm tree or lifting it and using it to sweep. But today, an average man believes that things like that happen. It didn't happen. So these are some of the narratives we should start correcting. There are so many things that we were bamboozled, put in our heads. And some of our people start to teach our children all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not healthy.
No, it's not.
It's not healthy.
It's not because, like my viewers, if you really think it's healthy, how can you believe that the bronchus, the testicle, it cut and they fell on the ground, then everywhere blocked. The two parties were not able to meet each other and collide on that fight. Like Edo, they say if you want to have future, banana cover. Which one can't take go house?
You see, these are the stories they put in our head. It's possible, like I said, that maybe this man had a hernia and he got there, something happened that cut off his hernia and the water and people start running. But that doesn't mean it was big enough to block the road. People might have run because it was sticky and they couldn't, but they don't tell you to that extent. They only told you that he cut off and he blocked the road. But if it was big enough to block the road, how could he have carried it?
Imagination.
You see. So nothing like that.
Thank you, sir.
I don't believe it.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
I enjoy, your coming today.
Yes.
But before you go, still, there's an area I really like about you, or things I really like about you. I believe a couple of times when I call you, you're ringing, your phone is here, you are talking from here. In the next day, Epadomo, you are now putting me on a video where Iwaredo.
Yes.
I don't know what to call you now or how to explain that. Whether you be is it diaspora or internationalist or yeah. I understand as a philanthropist, you're bound to be everywhere.
Yes.
Is it on a business trip or charity movement?
It's a combination of all. Part of my family are still in Nigeria. My mom she's very old now. So I go now and then to check on her. So it's very important.
Wow, that is very
We should know, like we say in Benin, so the way you look after me, your children will also look after you that way.
Amen.
Without me and my siblings, maybe my mom would have been dead a long time if we were not. It's not like here whereby you have, my mom have never made one, or the government have never given one couple to her in her life of over 100 years. So because of that, I still go, and I still have other family members that are there. I have my business there, and Nigeria is a place I enjoy going.
I can tell.
People like us have overstayed in abroad, if not because Nigeria there's no security. So it is not proper that you should be going with armed guard when you are in your own country.
Yeah.
Here now I can decide to just take a walk and start going home. Nobody is going to attack me. But in Nigeria, you doesn't know who is next man to you. And because of that, we are still hanging here. I was into politics even before I left in the 70s. I remember during the time of Awolowo, UPN, I was youth chairman of a local government in 1978.
At that time.
So, if not because of abroad, maybe I would have also been a governor or whatever, a senator, whatever. So, that is our country, and we want to live in that place. Our prayer today, and by the power of God and our ancestors, is to bring us a leader who will benefit the common man. People like us, we can afford to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
But there are so many that cannot afford to take care of themselves. Those are the people we pray for every day. So we are here, we are there. Someday we'll be there permanently.
Amen.
So we will now be visiting here.
According
like
to your heart's desire.
That is it. That is it. So
thank you, Daddy. Please, before you go, please can you let us talk about your costumes No saying I do costumes.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know just wake up one day say like their costumes be this. So how much do you know about these Edo costumes?
Um, well, to be frank with you, not a big deal, but I know a little bit.
Okay.
The way I dress now is a little bit Edo and diverted from Edo as well. So if I were to wear my normal chief dress, not this time, it
Yes.
will be a bit different from this. Then when you talk of the beads, it is only title chiefs who wear these round ones.
Okay.
So if you are not, you cannot wear a round bead. So then the one you put in your both arms, people can wear one in one hand. You can also wear it in both hands. But when you are a high chief, a title person, you wear two in both hands. So this is to do with our tradition.
Wow.
So if I wear it like this, even though you don't know me, you know that this is the high chief. So when you say the general, I'm with everybody, but it is also to do with my title.
Mm.
My title, I am a general traditionally,
Yes.
because those days when they wage wars, we were the people who we go and conquer somewhere. So that general, I am the number 6 in Benin Kingdom. So when you have Iyase, you have Iyase, you have Osuma, you have Ima, you have this man Izomo,
Mm.
then you have Edogun. So I'm the number 6
Wow.
for the kingdom. So that is where you get the general, and my people now make it even bigger because I'm with the people. I carry
Yes.
everybody along. It is the way of life.
Thank you, sir. I really
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yes.
Plus, see, you are a patron.
Yes.
Patron in so many countries,
Yes.
association, which I don't want to mention. The ones, many that I know, and many I don't know.
Yes.
So, and so many I've heard of.
Yes.
So, all I can say is thank you for being there for everybody,
Yes.
for even myself. Not only you coming to my show today, but you've been my father before this day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
A little word for my people before
Yeah.
we go, and a little word for the Fakon Empire as well.
What I will say is that whatever you do, do it well.
Thank you.
I believe there is always tomorrow. Humble yourself. I will just chip in this. I remember those days, some of the big boys now, I don't want to mention their names. When I'm doing parties in Nigeria those days, they stay in my bar and serve the people. One day, some years ago, someone hijacked me on the way and said, "Oh, you beat the light." I was just wearing shorts. I was driving one of my small car. I said, "I didn't. Someone was in my front, someone in my back." He said, "Well, they ran away." I said, "So I couldn't run?" All right. I said, "Well, if I did, I'm sorry." He said, "No. I made a call to one of the boys who used to stay in my bar. He was now a big boy." He said, "Hey, Pa, where you there?" I said, "See where they say, wait there." Before you know, healers came with mobile police. They all ran away.
Nigeria for you.
So what I'm trying to say, if I were not nice to that gentleman, he wouldn't have come and rescue me. That time I needed somebody to rescue me. I was by myself. That is my nature, that I like to be by myself.
Yeah.
So today you might be in a position to help somebody, and that person might be in a position to help you tomorrow. So
Yes,
humble yourself in anything you do. Carry people along. If you want to have peace in life, help people around you. It makes you sleep well.
Thank you, sir.
That's what I was telling you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate your coming.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. Like I said, this is the little thing we have for you as a present today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I would like to open it for a part so that we see what we have here.
Oh, nice.
This is a Fakon Empire
Yes.
t-shirt.
Very nice.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yes, very nice.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be happy to be wearing this.
This is yours.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
From your humble son,
Thank
Fakon Empire.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A pleasure. Yes, thank you, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be bringing in another important guest to the house. Thanks for watching and subscribing. Please keep sharing and don't forget to click the notification button. Please leave a comment behind. That is the only way we can grow and hear our voice like very loud. Boom! Peace and love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Daddy, thank you so much. Thank you.